everyone, and welcome back to the Raw Juice channel. And guys, we have another epic review, this time being the S.H.Figuarts Fern from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Look at the front of the box, it looks again fantastic. Just like with Frieren, you get this massive window right here featuring the name in this golden font or color. Of course, in the background you see the figure and the accessories that are included. You also get this shot of Fern right here, the S.H.Figuarts logo, the seal, and some of the branding right here. On the right side, you get this other shot of Fern, her name, and the S.H.Figuarts logo yet again. On the back, you get some other shots of the figurine, some of the faceplates that are included, the accessories, and then of course another shot of Fern. Some warnings here on the bottom as well. On this side, you get her name yet again, the rest of the window, another shot of Fern right there. Here's the bottom of the box, and then the top. But I'll go ahead and open her up and see what's inside. And here she is out of the box. And checking out Fern up close, she looks incredible. Just like Frieren, it's like she just jumped out of the anime. And from the look already, I can see that this is going to be a really cool figure. But I'll go ahead and start from top to bottom. Look at the head. It looks great. Everything from the printing right here on the faceplate to even her hair, they got everything on point. And look at that. You can see her purple eyes right here in the printing. She has her eyebrows and that little smile. But yeah, the purple hair, it looks great. I love how it fades a little bit. And then you have that little hair tie right here. As far as articulation goes, she does have a joint right here at the neck and the top of the head. So you get some pretty decent movement here side to side, back, and forward. And then real quick, I did want to point out that the back of her hair is an individual swivel of its own. So that's really nice to get some decent movement right there, as you can see. Looking at the torso now, you can see as she has this white underdress right here, has some nice buttons, and then has some silver lining right here on the side. And then besides that, she does have this black sort of cloak that she wears throughout the series. And then I also like how the jacket itself, or the cloak, is in this sort of softer plastic, as you can see right there. It's very flexible, so you can get some decent movement, but also has some grooves that help with articulation, especially in those arms, so that's really nice. And as far as the articulation goes, it's kind of interesting because, this is a longer dress piece, so there is a smaller ball joint right here, but with the movement, it is kind of limited. I've been trying to check it out to see if there's an easier way to turn her around, but right here you can kind of tell that there's the swivel, and as far as side to side, that's pretty much it you're gonna get. She does go a bit forward, but that's pretty much all the articulation in that midsection. Looking at her arms now, the arm does stick out about there, and it is able to go around pretty freely right here. It does have that butterfly joint, so you get some more movement and articulation. She does have a double elbow. It's pinless joint, so that's nice to see. And then she does have sort of a swivel up here near the shoulder, and articulation at the wrist and at the hand. The other side as well. Arm sticks out pretty decent. The arm itself is able to go around pretty freely. Thanks to that butterfly joint, you're able to get some more movement. Double elbow, of course. Swivel right here near the shoulder. And articulation at the wrist at the hand. Look at the waist. Again, it continues with her, gown or the dress right here. And it is made of a looser plastic. So it's kind of nice seeing that it's more sort of flexible for the legs. And then underneath she does have some gray leggings. And we'll go ahead and do the legs right here. So looking at the leg movement, she is able to go out pretty far compared to Frieren as far as a split position. Sitting down, she's able to do so, but of course, due to the back of her jacket, I'm not sure if that is possible for her to actually properly sit down. If we look under here, you can see that there is a swivel around her thigh area, and then she does have a double knee, or at least that's what it looks like. Let's check it out. Kneeling wise is about there. Not really far, but for what it is, not too bad. And lastly, looking at her boots, she does have these long, sort of like black boots, come in this black color, and there is a rock wrinkle. Get some cool action poses. The feet themselves do point down, they point up, and then really cool, just like with most of the S.H.Figuarts line of figures, the toes actually move up and down, so it's really nice seeing that extra bit of articulation. And now checking out the accessories, she comes with a bunch of hands. So this is the first time I've ever seen, as far as me reviewing here on the channel, an S.H. Figuart figure that has its own little case for the hand accessories. Usually this is something that Figma would do, but they have like a little like plastic thing with the hand stuck on it, almost like a hanger. But this is kind of nice. I kind of like this compared to them being loose and just being on the tray. But you get a pretty good look at the extra hand accessories. So we have a open pair, a slightly open pair right here. We have a pair for her to hold her staff, this pointing gesture, and then I thought this was so cool. I did not know that she came with that. But it's the bracelet that Stark gives her. To swap out the hands, just like with most figurines, you just want to shimmy off the hand of you selected. I'm going to go ahead and put on the bracelet so it shows that you place this before putting on the hand. Goes on there pretty nicely. And then once you're done with that, you can then place the hand of your choosing right here inside of the peg. Sometimes it is a little bit harder to get inside that little thing, but once you get it on there, it looks fantastic. And I love the bracelet accessory. That is not coming off at all. Up next, we have her staff. Check out the staff. It looks just like, the one that she always carries throughout the anime. Looks fantastic. I love, the overall look with these purple wraps right here. You get this large wooden sort of like staff look, and then it has this metal piece in the middle. And to put on the staff, you want to adjust her hands into position. More likely you're going to use this hand just because the bottom does have like a grip, and from there you place it inside of her palm, and then you can lay it right here in her other hand, and there you go. There she is with her staff. Up next, she comes with face plates. She comes with a serious expression, a worried expression, and finally, probably the best faceplate that comes with her is her like grumpy, sort of like angry expression. To change out the faceplate, just like with most S.H. Figuart figures, you can take off the hairline, and then from there, take off the faceplate. Place the one of your choosing right here until it goes inside the groove. You then place her hairline back into place right here. Make sure that it's pushed together firmly, and there you go. I love how her angry expression right here, or like the grumpy one, it actually has like her little cheek puffed out. I'm not sure if that shows on camera, but it's so cool that they go the extra mile to, make the molds as realistic as possible. And finally, last but not least, we have her defense spell and the stand that goes with it. So looking at the defense spell, I thought Frieren was the one with the defense spell I had said on the review with her, but this time for sure this is that spell that Fern uses. So really cool seeing that she actually does come with her own individual spell. Again, just like with Frieren's, this is more of a translucent sort of plastic that they used, and then with, the whole graphic right here does come with this like protective layer, but you can leave it on if you want. And then also with the stand that it comes comes in this clear plastic, and then you can place in that middle piece right here to hold in place the spell accessory. You just put it in as so, and there you go. So now, just like Frieren, you can have Fern doing a defense spell, just like she does in the show. And that's really cool seeing that, they do come with their individual things. So it'll be kind of interesting to see later on if the other mages and things like that come with their own spells as well. So as an overview of the figure, they did Fern perfectly. As far as like with the overall look, they got everything on point from her outfit to the look of the character, and even the accessories are on point. I will say though, that's the one thing that I did have an issue with is the leg part. Seeing that she was able to sit down in the front, it wasn't really helping with the entire jacket. It's a loose plastic, of course, but it's not loose enough to actually make her sit down. I think soft goods would have been a better touch, but other than that, it's not too bad. And here's a quick size comparison with Fern and Frieren. This is after I was done recording. I totally forgot to add this in. And I think it's hilarious that it is very accurate to their actual sizes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. And I'll catch you all on the next one.